Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is December 2nd, 2018, and I gotta give a shout to my man Eddie1. He wanted me to play Crypto Fizz, the crypto verse. Never heard this joint before, had to find it on YouTube, but thank you for the song request, my friend. So what's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well today. It's Sunday. Hope you guys are kicking back, relaxing. And today we're going to be talking about Tom Lee. This guy, Tom Lee from Fundstrat, crypto hedge fund or analytics firm. I don't know. I think it's a hedge fund. This guy, and I saw this. This was about a week ago. And then I saw this article. I'm like, let me talk about this because I didn't really get a chance to highlight this. He was on CNBC. This was like the day after the major crash in Bitcoin. A couple weeks ago. He looked distraught. He looked horrible on TV. And this guy says, I can't believe he said, this is worse than John McAfee's prediction. This guy said he's bringing his price target down for Bitcoin from 20,000 down to 15 grand by the end of this year. And people give people like this money. I don't understand. I don't understand. We're going to take a look at this article, though. The hubris that these people have, man. He's an ex-Wall Street cat, so you already know how he rolls. So, yeah, we'll take a look at that article. I thought that was interesting to highlight. The second article is more of a realistic article. An analyst was on, I think, on CNBC as well this week, and he was talking about we could see 20x returns in Bitcoin in the next 10 years. Now we're talking. Those are realistic expectations, and I think I agree totally with that. And with that being said, I say this all the time. If you knew that Bitcoin would be 20 times higher than it is today, you should be buying every time you get an extra penny and just loading in, just slowly accumulating more Bitcoin. So we'll take a look at that. I agree totally. 20x in 10 years, absolutely doable, and will be, again, I think, one of the best performing asset classes that you'll see in the next decade. So we'll take a look at that article as well. But first, I don't know if you guys remember, I did a sponsored review of this company, Lamborghini. They're doing a raffle off. You can win a Lamborghini. It's crazy. They've teamed up with CoinSuper, an exchange, one of the biggest Asian crypto exchanges. And all you have to do, I'm going to drop the link for details on how you can participate in this giveaway. You just got to trade NZE tokens on their exchange. Prize number 1 gets the Lambo, 2 gets the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore. Man, that's a nice watch. And then rank number 3 gets the Harry Winston. I've never seen this particular watch. And 4 gets the Frank Mueller. And the 5th gets a Rolex Submarine. Very nice prizes, I tell you. And then even below rank 5, you get all these ETH prizes as well. And I didn't even notice this. With rank number 2, you get that watch plus 15 ETH. And then 3, you get 10 ETH in addition to the actual watch. 5 ETH for rank 4 in the watch. And then rank 5th, you get 3 ETH in the watch. Crazy. Nice prizes. All you got to do is just trade the NZ tokens on CoinSuper, which is dope. So I'll leave a link to that for you guys to check out. But let's take a look at this market cap. We're kind of at the same place we were yesterday, $134 billion at the time of recording. Bitcoin's dominance is at 53% still, so not too much action going on right now. We're bouncing off this line here. As you can see, I drew this line a couple of days ago, and we're kind of just riding this line. Now what I could do here, I'm just seeing this right now, I could draw this like that. Let's see, just like that. Bam. You know what's happening. We got up until December 4th to make a decision. That's how you do a time prediction on assets. You know, if you have formations occur where the market has to make a decision, well, at the end of that point, you know, like, okay, well, by the 4th, something has to happen. Now, knowing if it's going to go up or down, is something I think is kind of 50-50. It's a guess, but at least you know a time frame in which action will occur and a change in the, or acceleration in a trend will happen. So that's how I do that. I'm gonna do a actual full video on how to predict when big moves are going to happen. Not predict which way, but predict when they will occur. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. The first article is out of UTB. Tom Lee, still bullish, keeps $15,000 Bitcoin price target before 2019. Either I'm just gonna look real dumb, or he is crazy for this prediction and he just couldn't bear himself to bring that price target down. If he would have said 10,000, still not gonna happen. But God, 15,000 by the end of 2018. I don't even know why these people do this stuff. Like, I really don't. I don't understand. So Tom Lee remains bullish about Bitcoin amid a bear market that affected most of the cryptocurrencies. Since November 14th, Bitcoin and other virtual cryptocurrencies plummeted to their year lows. However, Mr. Lee believes that Bitcoin will hit 15,000 by the end of the current year. He said this during an interview on CNBC Squawk Box a few days ago. Tom Lee, manager, partner, and head of research at Fundstrat's Global Advisors, remains bullish about Bitcoin. During the conversation with CNBC, he said the digital assets are going to be relevant in the world that is increasingly digital. At the beginning of the current year, Lee said that Bitcoin was going to be trading at $25,000 by the end of 2018. However, he reviewed his predictions throughout the year. In July, he said that Bitcoin was going to be worth 22,000. I remember that. I reported on that actually. And then this prediction did not last long. In August, he retracted and mentioned that Bitcoin would be at 25,000 instead. Wow, due to the fact of the matter of November 14th, Bitcoin and market plummeted, Thomas Lee changed his position. He said that Bitcoin could hit $15,000 by the end of the year. During the interview with CNBC, he confirmed his position. At the time, he talked about the future potential of cryptocurrencies. He explained that although the adoption is not massive today, cryptocurrencies have a greater potential than others. Currently, Bitcoin is trading at roughly $4,500 according to CoinMarketCap. It also has a market capitalization of almost $80 billion. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin registered a negative change in its price of 2.8%. All the top 10 cryptocurrencies are operating negatively with the exception of Tether, of course. And dig this, guys. If Lee's prediction is accurate, Bitcoin would have to grow 228% in the next few weeks before... Oh my God, I don't even have to finish reading that. That's just retarded. Like, hey, I tell you this, if Bitcoin, you guys let me know if you think Bitcoin is going to end up at 15,000 by the end of this year. Basically, we've got how many days in this month? Yeah, he's got 29 days to make this happen. 228%. That has never happened, I don't think. That I can recall. I don't think I've ever seen Bitcoin go up 228% in less than 30 days. So he's got pumping to do, some shilling to do. It ain't gonna happen though. You guys let me know your thoughts about this. Tom Lee, again, you guys may not know about Tom Lee. I've been knowing him for knowing of him. I don't know him personally, but knowing of him for years. CNBC, back before he switched over to cryptocurrencies, he was an equities guy. Horrible prediction rate. So yeah, I wouldn't take this with a grain of salt. Let me know your thoughts about 15K Bitcoin by the end of this year. Now, to the contrary, Morgan Creek's CEO says 20x Bitcoin bull run possible over the next decade. I'm liking that, more realistic, and I totally agree. Mark Yusko, Bitcoin, I love it long term, he says. Early last week, CNBC's Fast Money, somewhat infamous for its coverage of markets, continued its incessant coverage of Bitcoin, calling upon Mark Yusko of Morgan Creek Capital Management to make a guest appearance. Surprisingly, while Yusko hails for the realm of traditional finance, he expressed that cryptocurrencies are likely to succeed over the long haul. And here's a video of that. We're not going to take a look at that right now, but the article goes on to say here, opening his comments on the matter, which came after he painted a dreary picture for equities markets, Yusko was straight and to the point, telling viewers that he loves Bitcoin for the long term. Touching on the arrival of CBOE's and CME's Bitcoin futures vehicles, Yusko noted that he totally missed the mark on how these aforementioned contracts would affect the nascent market. He explained that artificial selling pressure, rehypothecation, has been directly placed on Bitcoin in spite of the fact that said features aren't physically backed. This, of course, was likely said to attribute Bitcoin's most recent sell-off, which forced the digital asset under 4,000 to a group or catalyst. Nah, I gotta disagree with him on that one. I don't care what CEO this is. We know, guys, that you had a number of things happening. The Bitcoin Cash fork was a big catalyst. Both Roger Ver and Craig Wright were selling Bitcoin, I believe, to fund their battle between each other. You also had tax harvesting going on, and then also hedge funds. You've got redemptions going on as we speak, and they'll continue to go on, hence why we won't see a $15,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year, like Tom Lee says. So he goes on to say here, however, he explained that rehypothecation will be phased out of the cryptocurrency markets in the future, pending on the adoption of Bitcoin as a viable store of value, which may subsequently catalyze a leg higher. Yusko, further explaining his long-term penchant for Bitcoin, went on to add that 4.6 billion day in trading volume is a far cry from the sub few hundred million day seen in the years prior, only accentuating that this industry is flourishing. Buying today isn't a bad idea, he says. Discussing Bitcoin's most recent decline and potential bottom, Yusko, the Morgan Creek chief, explained that investors don't need a very long time horizon at all to make a nice return on Bitcoin's investment. This sentiment, which was short but sweet, has seemingly echoed claims made by other industry insiders on their short-term view on Bitcoin, specifically from an investment perspective. Block Tower partner Michael Buscella, formerly of Goldman Sachs Canada, recently told the exact same CNBC segment that while he expects for Bitcoin to fall one leg lower before bottoming, he expects a subsequent sharp rebound to the upside, which may put short-term speculators well into the green. 20x upside in Bitcoin possible over the next decade. So Yusko noted that over the next decade, he truly believes that Bitcoin could see a 20x plus upside, adding that cryptocurrencies with its asymmetric risk profile is a rare asset class that can support such a rally. He explained that when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, Bitcoin is a network, not a currency or a company, before adding that the world's largest corporations are based on networks, not specific products. The article goes on to say here, Anthony Pomp, which is Yusko's colleague, also lauds crypto and Bitcoin. We also know that, right? Yusko's appearance on Fast Money's panel comes amid a newfound drive for Morgan Creek, along with other well-known industry savants and startups, to push for positive mainstream coverage of this decade-old yet groundbreaking innovation. As reported by Ethereum World News previously, Anthony Pomp, an overt cryptocurrency advocate, industry bastion, and colleague of Yusko, took to Bitcoin's defense on CNBC's Squawk Box panel, anchored by one seemingly skeptical of cryptocurrencies and their potential. The former Snapchat and Facebook employee exclaimed that at its core, Bitcoin is the world's most secure transaction settlement layer, so value in Bitcoin will always exist. He added that cryptocurrencies as a whole are the best performing asset class in the past decade. I've said that as well, even ousting the U.S. equities market, which has been on its longest and most notable bull run in decades. So that's very true. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? I like hearing more realistic price targets for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies altogether, because it just puts it in more of a credible light, in my opinion. So seeing, 20x is something that we will definitely see, I think, in the next decade. And with that being said, just put a little bit in there. Every little, chance you get, just put a little. $100, $500, depends on who you are, $1,000, 10 grand. Whenever you get extra money, just stash some in. I would stash some in, Bitcoin, and of course diversify. You don't want to be all in Bitcoin, but of course, if Bitcoin does a 20x in the next decade, maybe some of the, just very few, some of those altcoins and tokens will be even outperforming Bitcoin in my opinion. At least that's what's happened in the past. So I don't know why that wouldn't change. So let me know your thoughts about that. Is that more of a realistic target? I think so, versus having a 228% return price target in 1 month. Again, I just don't get it, man. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Click that bell, share this video. And that's my 2 Satoshis for December 2nd, 2018. And we out of here. Holla! Let me take you through the cryptoverse. Let me take you through the crypto.